welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We are back here in Alma, Missouri, and it is a plowing kind of day. Paul's over there in his field doing some plowing, and I'm over here in mine. We have a few fields that we need to hit today. Obviously this one here, and then these other ones that we have harvested already. So 8, 9, and 7. The other ones, once we get a harvest off of them, we'll have to go through and plow them up as well. I think we're just gonna... I need to take a look at the crop calendar to see exactly what we can plant, but I have a feeling it may just be mostly a cover crop of sorts. Not sure what yet. And yeah, I'm still dealing with a little bit of my head cold. You got drugs going through me here and there, trying not to get trying to get myself off of those. But at the same time, still trying to make sure my body is being taken care of. So there is that. It's kind of weird to deal with talking about head cold and such in, August when it's, nice and warm out, but it is what it is. Just goes to prove that you can get sick any time of the year, and it's not just, weather related, well, coldness related. Weather probably had something to do with it because of going from, hot and humid to cool and dry. So, but anyway, we're here back on the farm, and wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. I'm slowly recouping my own farm, rebuilding my own farm with equipment and whatnot. This is one of the newer, this is part of the newer equipment. I'll put it that way because, like I said, everything is new. I don't even have semi-trucks right now. The only trucks that we've been using to do our harvest have been Paul's. So... he's got a case farm going on, and we have our John Deere because I love green. Sorry about that. Like I said, still trying to deal with getting my head cold situated, so still have the occasional coughing fit and trying to get phlegm out and whatnot. But just so I don't get too many people sick to their stomach, I'll kind of refrain from saying too much else. But you guys all know kind of what you have to deal with in those cases, so I know I'm not alone in that regard. Alright. With this big plow, it shouldn't take us too long to get through this. We've only had a couple of passes and we're already almost done with this part over here. So, I'll take it. Then we got 2 other sections as part of this field. Supposedly, the next update coming with Alma, Missouri is going to require a new save game. So I'm trying not to get too far into building up my stuff because I know I'm just going to have to turn around and rebuild yet again. And there's a few changes I do want to make to Paul's farm anyway, just a few. So I just wanted to at least get in here. I do love this map a lot, as you guys probably are well aware, and I know I'm not the only one. It's just frustrating. I think part of the update is that this is going to be its own farm, I think, or own field. And then that part is, there's been a few changes over there. But I think that's like the biggest as far as what I currently own. I could be wrong though. I sometimes am. But, and I'll try to make sure that we get into the right time frame again before I do the next recording here on this map. But that's kind of why I'm also looking at some of the other maps that I've already done previews on, or videos in general on, just kind of give you an update as far as where we're at on those, if we're anywhere. I'll put it that way, because I don't always go back and play on some maps like I might think I'm going to. That's just because, you know, I work 40 plus hours a week not doing YouTube. So I don't always have the time and energy to be doing that, especially if I'm not making a video for you guys. So there is that. I'm gonna do quick 180. Gotta get back down here to the other side. I think we have a pass to get through between the two fields up here. That isn't just a headland. If not, I may just make one just to be on the safe side. Because like I said, this is pretty wide, so... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll make this work. If I need to go back there and touch some things up, I will. It might need a little bit there in that corner, depending on how we get that turn, but I think we'll be fine otherwise. Not much going on around the farm. Like I said, unfortunately, a few updates have caused, or issues on my part, have caused new save games. So, yeah. If anything, I'm kind of hopping in here just to see how things are and give myself an idea of what I may or may not do for the next video, whenever that may be for Alma. Sorry, my one eye is bugging me, and it's every once in a while I just have to close it, and yeah, hopefully it's not developing into anything, but we'll see. Okay. So this field, I do plan on expanding just a little bit here and there. But again, I think I'm just going to hold off on doing that kind of stuff until we actually have the update and we do our next save game. Just so that way I don't have to do it twice. Even though I know I'm going to have to do more than a few things multiple times. But I think what I'll do is I'll get both farms built back up, get the equipment and everything situated better, and make sure we have storage for everything, being a key thing. So there's that. I hope that some of my series that I'm doing, if you want to call them that, you guys are enjoying at least my take on certain things, and that you're enjoying the fact that not only do I do farm or map previews, but I kind of turn it around and give you guys my take, and I do try to change it up so that that way you guys aren't seeing the same thing over and over again. Like, oh no, he's making another John Deere farm. I am trying to take the ideas of what the original map makers wanted for that particular map for this starting farm, and I try to make it my own, kind of get more equipment that I like to use, things like that, but it's still trying to stick with the manufacturer time frame, look of the farm that they're going for. Now, if it looks like it's more like, always got a John Deere tractor, Case tractor, New Holland implements, or, just kind of mix and match, I may try to make that be a little bit more mix and match, just with the equipment I like to use, if that makes sense. So there are some pieces of equipment of John Deere as well as Case that I like for both. So we may be doing a mixed farm before too long, if I haven't already. I think I've done one or two, but I do plan on doing a what I would consider a mixed farm. where it's not just green, not just red, not just blue. It's a mixture of all of the above. But yeah, this particular John Deere, I just like it. The light bar is unique. It still has the pods on it for the original. They just stuck the light bar on top. And I like that kind of light bar just because it's not crazy flashing for you guys. I mean, it might be for some, but for the most part, it shouldn't be. Ooh. That really gives my frame rates a hit. Then I turn the lights off and it's fine. That's odd. But I guess that's what happens when you use headlights in the daytime. You should take a frame rate hit. Especially some of those LED headlights. Holy crap. Even in the middle of the day, high noon, those are still blinding. But enough griping from me. Lift up, thank you. There we go. Man, I love the look of that farm. Even with that barn there on the right, not the one behind it, but the one right there in front. I like that, as well as my addition of the workshop there next to the silos. I just kind of like it. Though I think what I might do is I might kick it back a little bit away from the road, so that way I can actually put some parking spots there in front of because it is going to be the workshop, or not necessarily, well, it'll be a workshop, but kind of like an office for the farm, if that makes sense. So I think I might have another building that might be better suited for that. I think I do, to be honest. I like that because that works out great as a farm shop, but at the same time, if I'm going to have it be an office for the farm, I think I have a better suited shed for that, or farmhouse for that. So, yay! Oh no, I haven't seen anyone comment or anything like that, but if you guys are enjoying the fact that some of these recent videos I've done, I've thrown time lapse at the end of it instead of kind of in the middle of it. If you guys like that, let me know. If you're not a big fan of time lapse, but you still like the fact that, I have it as an option at the end, that's fine. Let me know. I'm trying to make these videos so that way you guys can enjoy them a little bit better. And I can only do that if you guys let me know your thoughts. So, seeing this green out in the field just makes me happy. And even though no, that's a John Deere plow. I was thinking of my cultivator I have. Cultivator is a green, but it's not John Deere green. So I kind of wish that this plow had rollers on the back, but that's just me. And I also wish that the variable depth ones, or the mod that I have that allows variable depths, I would kind of wish that worked out a little bit better. Because at least with my Sharon Center, Ohio map, it was a little flaky, it seems. So maybe it's just because it's on that map. Maybe some other maps, like the basic farm sim maps, they would be fine on, but it's hard to say. Haven't really looked too much into any possible issues with it, so it's kind of on me, kind of not. When I get some of these mods from kingmods.net or anywhere else for that matter, it's kind of my own discretion at that point. Even the ones through the mod hub, yes, they get tested and vetted by giants, but at the same time, they could always cause issues. Yeah, just a little easy afternoon of plowing, getting our fields plowed up, weeds tilled in, things like that. Just kind of cleaning up our fields. Just a nice relaxing day. And like I said, Paul's over there, so I don't have to worry about dealing with his. Unfortunately, it's not the real Clow, the real Paul. He doesn't have this game yet. His PC, I don't think, is 100% set up for it properly. So it kind of struggles. He's looking to upgrade his PC here soon, so he might be joining us again before you know it. Who knows, maybe I'll do some more recordings in Ready or Not with him here before too long. He's going on vacation, so he's not going to be available anyway for about a week or so. So we'll see. Not gonna lie, I do love this GPS mod, or at least steering assist, I guess is the correct term, with the way we're using it right now, because it's not AI driven. If it was AI driven, I guess it would be considered GPS with the way the system goes. I think we're going to be dipping a wing into the lake, or the pond maybe. Oh, whoa. Okay, maybe not quite. Not like it matters, it's just a wheel. I gotta get these wheels all taken care of when we get done anyway. Oh, that wheel's not even spinning like the other ones are. Oh, there it goes. Maybe this is probably just with the way the land was. Just kind of what the tines in the back were probably in the ground, but it was just kind of at an angle enough that it wasn't quite touching for the wheel. But yeah, we're gonna have to go through and get everything greased back up, check some of these bearings in the wheels. I know for certain we're gonna have to replace some of the tines when it's all said and done. I think I've already seen one or two that are not quite right. I don't know if they're 100% broken or they just kind of got hit a rock and got turned out of place. But there's one or two spots that I think we're gonna have to make sure we examine the reason behind that here after we get this field done. Well, this field and probably the corner field over here that when we bought it, it had already wilted. So cropping in is dead. We just need to go through and plow it all in. So thought about getting a mulcher on that just to help get everything chopped up. I may still do that. I think when I do my new save game after I get the update, I will be probably working on this map as two separate farms, basically as a multiplayer map. But I think that's what I'm going to do, just kind of help keep things separate for the time being. I mean, that's the kind of way I started out doing that when I decided to make Paul his own farm on this map. Is I kicked this over into a multiplayer map or mode, which basically starting a new multiplayer with the existing map. Only issue is when you do multiplayer, when you go into single player, it combines everything together, which is fine. Makes toggling between everything easier, but at the same time, if you're trying to keep things separate, finances and all of that, that can always get a little iffy. So just kind of little heads up from me. We'll just follow this field around. Till we get up here where we can continue doing our... Oh. Continue doing not that. Come on. There we go. Kind of wish that that wasn't a thing and that would actually stay on the line and not, you know, just stop like this. But it is what it is. I haven't used... I had the ability to try to use GPS in real life like this. So if that's accurate, awesome. If it's not, I kind of wish they would make it. Yeah, unfortunately, not too much is going on this farm by any means. Pretty uneventful. I know. Let's get this little section knocked out. That's good there. Oop. Didn't mean to turn that off. All right. Sorry, just trying to see exactly where that is. Because the one there on the right is actually the headland. So we're going to do that later. I think for the time being, though, I think I'm going to call the video there. I think my head cold's getting the better of me right now. I can feel myself starting to get stuffed up a little bit more. However, I have not had too many coughing fits this time around, which means I'm improving. So guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do put the favorite and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just like you here and there. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. So with all that being said, we will catch you next episode. Take care. Peace.